Miria Matembe has come out to warn General Muhoozi Kainerugaba for not following the constitution and usurping the power of the Electoral Commission. The incompetent General Muhoozi Kainerugaba came out to say that people after voting should go back home, and this way people like Miria Matembe are coming out to caution him. People like Rebecca Kadaga are coming out to debunk the threats. In fact, Miria Matembe said these statements. Here is the tape.
CDF command of the forces is supposed to govern his own things to do with the safety of Uganda against the invaders, or those people who are supposed to invade Uganda and disturb us. He's supposed to be watching on that. Now, what right does he have to enter into the office of Electoral Commission?
So, that is Miria Matembe cautioning General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. First of all, I keep on telling people that in the first family they are in panic. General Museveni is exiting, like it or not, either through election or by natural means. Although the security forces and the criminal justice system is very petty. If you say by natural causes, they will hold you and say that you are saying the president is going to die. But all of us are going to die. Uganda has ever been here thousands of years before us. It is here with us and is going to be here without us. So the transition spirit is going to move on. So Miria Matembe cautions Muhoozi Kainerugaba, because Muhoozi Kainerugaba, by the start of him involving in politics, was so violent and he didn't have a thick skin. Anyone who would come out to criticize him, like Kakwenzaru Basaja, faced it rough. I think it's the same reason as to why even Eddie Muntwe was taken in the basement, because he doesn't have a thick skin. And if you compare Muhoozi Kainerugaba and his father, he doesn't reach even 2% in the way of administration, governing, etc. Museveni has some attributes which have made him lead this country that Muhoozi does not possess. So the purpose of this video, I've come to talk about the statements which were made by Miria Matembe and Rebecca Kadaga, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the sedimentaries we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to let you know, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, what kills a fly is losing a sense of smell, or it is being greedy. For example, a fly that remains on a dead body, it will be buried. When elders, most especially those who love their country like Miria Matembe and Rebecca Kadaga, come out to speak about transition, like the Foreign Minister Jejodon come out to speak about transition in a manner that is progressive. Yet on another hand, General Kaguta Museveni is engineering a succession which we don't need, a succession from him to his son, who is even below average. If they don't listen, our country is going to go to the dogs. This is how failed countries start. This is how they talk about transition in the way that is playful. Countries fail and they start fighting each other like Sudan because the pillar that was holding them together, people fail to build on it. Our problem, the day we shall solve the problem of transition, we shall have solved 50% of our problems. Because even if you build an economy when you cannot transit, the moment our leader transits, we shall fight and even destroy what the little things we have. It's the reason as to why I feel bad that General Kaguta Museveni has killed our foundation. Because after 40 years from a civil war that claimed millions of people, at least we would have built structures of transiting so that we can benefit as a country. So if leaders call him out, we must not take it for granted. In fact, let me first play with the tape as Miria Matembe was saying this. Listen very carefully. Here is the tape.
CDF command of the forces is supposed to govern his own things to do with the safety of Uganda against the invaders, or those people who are supposed to invade Uganda and disturb us. He's supposed to be watching on that. Now, what right does he have to enter into the office of Electoral Commission and give orders? Why should he think, this young man, think that he's a god in this country? let him stay in his work. And as for this chairman of Electoral Commission, he should be ashamed and embarrassed. He knows all the law. He was a DPP. He was a judge. He knows what free and fair means. He knows what elections means. What right does he have to tell Ugandans not to oversee, to be around and see and enjoy their one single right they're exercising? Article number 1 of the Constitution, where I was one of the 21 member commission and I was a CA delegate. Article 1 says power belongs to the people who will use it through their elections. Now, why do you take away their power and you use the fake elections to be the owner of the power in this land? How? It's a pity, but you Ugandans, my role is talk and tell you what's wrong and where I can deal with CD command.
That is Honorable Miria Matembe. Honorable Miria Matembe's submission had 3 core parts. 1, he came out to tell off General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, you must not be excited by power. If General Muhoozi is watching this video, he should know that this country has ever had former first sons. They are still living. From the first president, Mutesa, has the Kabaka of Uganda as the first son. You can access the Rubiri and talk to him. Although he still holds a position that is divine and cultural and hereditary, but you can still seek knowledge from him. When his father was ousted and they had to stay out of their comfort zone from Buganda. Okay? This country has ever had Obote. Obote's son Akena is still around. I keep on telling people in the book that was written by Akena, in the book that was written, he came out to say that during Obote's time, Akena got lost in Kololo. They had to close all roads for hours so that they can look for Akena. Okay? Right now, even if Akena's child gets lost, roads cannot be closed because he's an ordinary Ugandan and he's an MP. Okay? Go speak to useful less sons. They have ever been first sons. You're not the first occupants of State House. You should know that power can go away anytime. Stop threatening Ugandans. Stop wanting power to an extent of doing bad things to the nation. Of threatening that you will kill people. You have how many guns, you have how many bullets. Uganda is for all of us. No one is a secondary citizen. And for me, my prayer, I've always prayed that I don't want a transition where General Museveni isn't going to be around, or where his family is not going to be around. I want a transition so that they can see that Uganda can be led by other people, even with them looking, like the way how Obote looked in Zambia when Uganda is being taken over by different people, 4 presidents after him. So we must work towards the country. And I keep on telling people that, 1, whenever the country is going to fall, the first casualties are those in the system. The first runaway are those who are at the helm. Not even us who come out to speak. As they can engage us later. Because the moment the government is falling, the first casualties are the president, vice president, at his families. The reasons why they are the first people to run out of the country before even we get ID camps and etc. So go slow on the matters of politics. If elders are telling you, listen. Even Rebecca Kadaga, the former Speaker of Parliament, said this. Here's the tape.
Of course,
That is Rebecca Kadaga when he was telling off that people after voting, they should stay around 50 meters, 20 meters, because that is what the Constitution says. Not you people who threaten us that after voting we should go away. We must work together towards building this nation because it is the only country we have. Of course, that's my opinion. Remain yours truly, Mr. Makindi, Kavyesura Imani Mawagali. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I can be motivated to do more of such videos. I will see you on another one. Peace.